Welcome to another episode of Finding Love. Today we're in our Florida home, so we thought we'd give you an episode just with a little scenery, a little extraness. But we wanted to focus on something that is a part of our beings, and one of the reasons why we even got this entire podcast started. And we want to define what Black love is.
Okay, like Wifey said, we are down here in Florida, and we're gearing up and we're prepping for our son, Cass's, his 6th birthday. We got a party going on tomorrow, getting ready for Universal Studios, the whole 9. But this morning, Dad made a tea time for me, our oldest Cam, and for Cass, right? Parents hooked him up with a pair of golf clubs for his birthday. He was geeked up. So Dad got us out on the golf course, and we all went down to the club, and we had a ball. You know, Dad paired up with Cam, I paired up with Cass, and just being able to spend that quality time together also got me thinking and got us texting about Black love and the power of Black love, because that was, to me, an ultimate display of Black love. 4 guys, my dad, Big Dad, Cam and Cass, and me, all on the golf course down in the state of Florida at a private country club playing a sport, golf, that historically been racist. So being able to spend that time together, create, build, grow legacy in a place and in a sport that just decades ago, none of it was possible.
Yeah.
But me and my guys, we was able to come through, spend that quality time, and I was able to really look around and appreciate the moment and appreciate what we building.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the biggest and most important pieces of Black love, is that we are able to create these memories and do things for our children that, you know, just our generation or the generation before us was not able to do, right?
Right.
And give them perspective of what the good life looks like, but also continuously instilling that they are Black men. And that is a part of it that really drives home what Black love is. Black love is understanding where we came from, understanding that some people will never see you as more than the N-word. But understanding that we are doing everything in our power to make sure you ain't got to get out the mud.
That's right.
Our children ain't starting it from the bottom.
That's right.
Okay, they will be starting with a little bit of investment. They will be starting with whatever resources and connections that we have, period. But they will understand what hard work, dedication, resilience, what it all means. And I think we have to make sure that they understand why they need to know that as well. Right. You know, our little light brights, you still Black, okay? I don't care what shade of Black you are, you're still Black. And it is a part of our power that sometimes can feel like a hindrance in a lot of ways. But when you got Black love, when you understand Black love, you know what it takes to support each other.
And a lot of this stems back to even why we started this podcast, right? Because we were looking around and looking out in the world and looking at how Black love was not being showcased in the dopest light that it absolutely is. And so we just sat here and we looked around at our peer group, our friends, and our family. And we said, no, Black love is dope. Black love is powerful, and we need to make sure that everybody knows it and they can see it in a reflection of themselves and everything, who they are and what they want to be. And like you said, it is power in Black love. And the other part of that is also trying to find out where that power was manifested from? You know, I think that's a fair question, right, babe?
Yeah.
In your Florida fine outfit, I'm still off of the golf course. I'm casual, but I got wifey with me. And so I want to make sure I'm very clear in that question, because there's power in the black love, right? There's power in black love, but where do you believe that has manifested from?
You know, it's so crazy that you say that, because it makes me think about all of the people we see today. But one very powerful couple that really comes to mind first is Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott. And it's because he was such a figure to our culture, our existence, and everything that we've been able to accomplish right now. And he was out here. He was, you know, in the midst of violence, in the midst of death threats, in the midst of, you know, the FBI and CIA, whatever, you know, there's so many stories. I don't know who was chasing them, but they all were. When they was looking at him like, what is this powerful man? How can we bring him down? And if you look at her from the perspective of the woman that was at home taking care of the kids, it is impossible to not realize she was also the support system and the backbone to him. She was the peace. She had to be his peace. He was out here in this world fighting battles that we didn't even know we could fight at the time. We were like, wait, we could talk back. We're coming out of slavery, but wait, we can say something. And she had to hold him down in ways that I don't think we would ever really be able to know fully. But just to know what it takes for me to just let my black men out of my household, and I'm praying that, you know, no police officer doesn't think that they're doing anything, you know, moving too fast, not putting their hands up fast enough, or having a pot of boiling water. Sorry, I digress. I'll stay right there. But, you know, I'm praying for you guys, and I'm here for you, and I know what it takes to just thrive in your career, to thrive as a black man, right? And you understand what it takes for me as a black female and business owner, and to support each other in ways that people will never ever be able to really see. But I don't know if you could understand fully if you did not understand what black love meant. So thinking about the history and thinking about those examples of a man who can go and rise into his excellence, right? Into a way that I don't know if we've ever really seen again.
That's right.
He had to have the strength and courage and prayers of a black woman.
Absolutely on point, babe. One thing that I always have to say is that information and education always solves all things, especially when people try to sweep our history under the rug or not give it its full credibility. Right? Just like you said, and you made me think of Martin Luther King. I remember watching and catching a soundbite of him saying, look, they just want to say for African Americans, they want to call it welfare, but for the rich white people, they call it subsidies. But that is a soundbite that kind of puts everything into a snapshot and into a perspective, okay? And to me, if you want to know about the manifestation of black love, you got to look at the history. Right? And looking at the history of black people in America, it is so layered, but it also comes from overcoming challenging times and also showing different strategies of trying to keep us oppressed or trying to keep us against each other, right? Field slave, house slave. And why would somebody do that unless it was not a tremendous threat or they felt it was a tremendous threat? And to me, that also shows that there's power behind that. Because trying to hold us down, trying to hold us back, trying to keep us apart, there's power there. And to me now, looking at, when I can look at my family on a golf course, or I can look and I can see my wife and I see that my wife sees me, I feel that all of the information that I've had, all the education, and being able to come from a place of learning my history, trying to understand it, and then putting that with the culture, the style, and all of my learnings from my family and being able to stand here as a black man, right? I think also black love can also be very synonymous to black excellence, right? And so, there's no more media trying to control the culture, right?
No.
And when they can't control the culture and it's right in front of your face, who's leading the culture?
Man.
Come on, you say, I ain't got to say it. You see? Not like us, baby. You not like us, okay? So, that is why you got to put black in front of love. Because black love matters, baby. And black love comes from that rich history. It comes from evolving and this whole evolution. So when I say where it has manifested from, it's manifested from a place of people trying to keep us down, but they couldn't. And so now it's bubbling. And that's where I'm at with black love, right?
You said so many good things in there, and one of the things I want to add a little bit more seasoning on it was the culture of it. And we've come into a time where we just don't have that many examples. You know, a lot of people grew up not seeing anyone married, or seeing everybody that was married divorced. Right? And they're like, wait a minute, I know that my mom is an amazing person. If she couldn't do it, why would I think that I could?
That's right.
Or I know my uncle, is a great man, but he couldn't make it work. Why do I think that I can? And I think that it is important for us to not look for examples of the not working, but to look for all of the examples of the working in greatness. And Essence did an article back in 2022. So I'm only gonna try to say the ones I know still together, because y'all know how y'all be doing celebrities. But these people were married for 15, 20, 25, and even 40 years. Morris Chestnut and Pam Bice. Courtney B. Vance and Angela Bassett, one of my faves, love them to death. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington, we did a whole podcast on them, so you know how we feel about them. Spike Lee and Tanya Lee Lewis, Al Roker and Deborah Roberts, Robert and Holly Robinson Pete. It goes on and on and on, and we're looking at all the people who breaking up. Instead of focusing on what made these people work. What made them have so much power, so much high celebrity, make great movies, great music, greatness, right? And I think that a part of our culture and a part of why God even put this on us is to continuously show that black love is fun, it's dope, it's powerful, that when you find your person in black love, you will find your essence and your excellence, right? Because the person that is for you and the person that understands you and supports you and want to uplift you is going to bring out all of the best in you. Things that you might have even suppressed or didn't even know that you had, they will see you. And I think that knowing that the culture may be in a place where we just don't see that many examples, right?
That's right.
And going back to how we are even raised. I was absolutely raised to be an independent black woman.
That's right.
And a part of that independence was to do it all on my own. I am absolutely needy now. I need my God, but seriously, I think that that's something that I'm going to shift in my parenting. I'm going to make sure that Penny, Beast Mode Penny, does know how to be a lady, does know how to be soft, does know how to say, I need you, I want you, I support you, please give to me. I'm going to make sure that she knows how to love hard, but be protected. I want her to know what to look for in a man. So I'm so glad that, we are this team. But a part of black love is shifting the narrative. Because even if you are single right now, you do not have to teach your children how to be strong and resilient and fight. Teach them how to be positive and enjoy life and love.
That's right.
We have to shift this narrative of independent women and black men who just gotta fight for their own rights. No, we support each other, we love each other, we uplift each other, and together we win.
And that's the thing that I think has also been embedded in the black community is divisiveness, right? And it is shifting the perspective, right?
Yeah.
Or changing the narrative, because just because you're an independent woman does not mean that you cannot move together and in tandem with the husband, because if you really want to look at it, two become one in marriage. Oh, yeah. So your independence still is there. However, the perspective needs to shift to the independence of your unit instead of singular. But I have to go back to divisiveness has been in our community. So sometimes when we see other black men, it's an immediate problem. But education and information shows us that that was trying to be put on us. So let's not embrace that. Let's embrace us together as a community and embrace us as a collective power. Because now, if you look at black love as a community, now you look at that black man as your brother, right? Now you look at that black woman as your sister, and you're not gonna let anything happen to that black woman, okay?
Absolutely.
Whether it's somebody that's in close proximity to you or somebody that is just an associate or an acquaintance, right? So we gotta go there. So let's kill the divisiveness and change the narrative and change the perspective, because if we do that and make us all a collective, the power is gonna be something that everybody is gonna be scared of, but at that point they can't stop it.
That just, I'm sorry, when it's that current time, I'm always thinking about current events.
Yeah.
And right now, that just made me think of the difference between Barack Obama and Kamala Harris.
Right, yeah.
Barack Obama was supported by Michelle.
There you go. Right? I was waiting for you to bring that couple up.
So we was like blackity black. Yeah. We got they back.
That's right. That's right.
Kamala has a white husband.
Yeah.
And is half Indian American.
Yes.
I don't care if she was 12 different Americans. It's black in there.
That's right. That's
and
right.
that white man is loving on a black woman.
That's right.
That's black love.
That's right.
Because he has to understand his position in loving her. And he has to understand her history on both sides,
That's
right? He got a lot of homework.
That's right.
He had to do in order to support and love her the way that we do.
Yeah.
But if we stop finding reasons to, okay, you're not black enough because you're light skinned. You're not black enough because you're mixed. You're not black enough because you have a partner of a different race. Listen.
That's right.
The divisiveness is what is keeping us where we are. If we came together and supported all things us, all things our culture, and uplifted each other, and just that respect, what could we do?
Yes. But the shift is happening.
It's happening.
And we a part of it, and y'all a part of it. All right? That's what we doing.
And then I would be remiss if I did not mention that Barack Obama and Kamala Harris have officially made it so that when our children say, I want to be the president when I grow up, we don't have to be like, okay, Bobby, stay in science class.
That's right.
We can say, let's do it. This is the trajectory. This is what you need to do. These are the connections you need to make. This is the college you need to go to. We can start to put it together, and that is power.
That's right.
We are now stepping into realms we have never, ever seen. But that leads me to a question.
Sure.
Outside of our marriage, where have you really seen a great example of black love?
That is the perfect segue. Because, I was feeling a little something because I'm all supporting my next president, Kamala.
Yeah.
But I gotta throw a diss. She went to the wrong HU. Shout out to the black colleges, okay? And so my experience is gonna be from Hampton University, or better yet, post Hampton University, right? For those of you who do know, I did go to Hampton for 2 years before I transferred back to the University of Michigan and finished my 2 years there. But having an experience with my newlywed wife going over to Italy and flying over to Italy with my wife and some of our close friends and having a moment over off the Amalfi Coast on private boats and yachts and private islands with about, I think it was about 60 Black people from all across the United States of America coming in to converge and take over the Amalfi Coast for my good friends, the Browns. Mitch and Kalima, they were getting married and actually having kind of like a second wedding, right?
Yeah, right.
Because only Mitch and Kalima have 2 weddings, okay?
Dope ones.
But coming there with all the Black excellence, Black love, and that experience and that beauty, that right there with my wife, having that experience and connecting her with some of my past and even now some of her current friends, and being able to have that collective, if I have to revisit that, and being able to unite and create these allies and memories, having that experience for us and seeing that and being a part of that, babe, that was Black love at its finest.
No, I love that.
And Black excellence.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You got one for us? You got something?
Yeah, I was just thinking about just our friends in general. We have friends who, have been married 15 years, so we're surrounded by different types of backgrounds and education levels and, careers and everything. Yeah. But we all support how we love on our spouses.
Yeah.
There's not one of my friends that I would call and I'd be like, yeah, Steve, wasn't it? And they would be like, girl, I told you he wasn't nothing. We would pray about it. We would laugh about it. They would check me. It's so many other avenues to supporting this Black love. Yeah. Because Black love actually might be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Might be a little teeny bit harder. Oof. Anything worth having comes with some challenges. And I believe that with society and the world and everything that is against us, Black love can be just a tad bit harder. But in that toughness, in that waking up every day and choosing you, it is blissful. It is joy. Black love is one of my greatest accomplishments.
That's right. That's right.
So to live in it and to be in it and to be surrounded by so many other couples and who are thriving in their relationships, I think we're Black love. I'm sorry, we are. My girl was Black love.
But that makes me think too of the old sayings that my uncles used to place in me, and one of them was, you have to work twice as hard to get half as much, right?
Yes.
And as I reflect on that, creating that work ethic in me, and I see a lot of that work ethic in you.
Yeah.
Yes. In society, I have seen that hold true. But being able to have those methods and have those practices, guess where it does not apply? In Black love. Because if you work twice as hard, you're going to get twice as much.
Facts.
Okay? So yes, culturally, my uncles putting that on me, being able to apply that in marriage, maybe the others, they not working hard as me, but I'm going to just continue with that work ethic of working twice as hard to get twice as much.
Yes.
And being able to do that and look at Black culture as being the culture, the trendsetters, the ones with style, and the one that is presidential.
Hey.
I mean, Black love is leading the wave.
Yes.
And so, with that, do you have any closing remarks, my love, my Black love, or do we? Is it toast time?
Let's toast. So I want to toast to all Black people. I want to put this on your hearts and in your mind and help spread this word. Black love is Black excellence. So I want you to teach your daughters how to love, how to support and uplift. I want you to teach your sons how to protect and love and uplift, okay? We want to work together to push the narrative that we can do this, we are doing this, and we will continuously win in everything that we do, including the presidential election. Cheers to you, my lover.
Cheers. Baby, give me one of these. Give me one of these.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a journey of love, of understanding, of vulnerability, and we are just so appreciative that you have joined us for another episode of Finding Love.
And we want to invite you into our Finding Love community. And one of the best ways to do that is clicking that subscribe button right down there.
If you want to tune in with us more, kick it with us more, learn more about Finding Love, we definitely want you to follow us on all social media at I Am Finding Love. And I am Jenny L. Hendricks on all social media platforms. Jenny with an I, L. Hendricks with an IX.
Hey, there you go, baby. And mine is Stephen Hendricks, #1. And also, for anybody's listening to us on one of these amazing podcast platforms, please rate, review, comment. We really appreciate you.